Morning Stampers, it's Meg from LovenStamps for our second holiday helper video. So if you were able to tune in yesterday, then you saw the holiday helper notebook that you're gonna make to kind of keep yourself organized over the holidays. And if you didn't see this video, it's still on my Facebook page, LovenStamps Facebook, so easy to find and get directions for that. Today, we are going to talk about a whole new set of products that just debuted this morning. So they are for all seasons. There is a bundle. It's the Quite Curvy stamp set and the coordinating dies. I know my hands are crossed, but I'm holding them together. The Curvy dies and the Quite Curvy stamp set, they can come together as a bundle where you get them at special price. And then there's also the Quite Curvy, or the Curvy Christmas stamp set. So these guys go together, and then this is an extra one. And then if you want to get the paper, which you're gonna need after I show you all these projects today, there is the Curvy Christmas, or Classic Christmas Designer Series paper, and the link for these is in the video here. So if you're wanting to find them, you can find them in my store there. But I'm gonna show you a project with the Christmas supplies here that is going to kick off your holiday decor and help you remember Christmases past that you have thoroughly enjoyed. So let's get you guys set up down here and we will get started. So first you're gonna need the Curvy Christmas stamp set, and you won't need the Quite Curvy stamps for this one, but remind me to show you some samples at the end. I have a bunch of cards from a swap that I did, and I can show you those at the end, so don't let me forget. All right, so we have our dies here, and I have done a lot of the work for this already because I know you guys know how to stamp, but I'm gonna give you a couple of tips for the stamps and the dies together that I found invaluable, okay? So here is our first little banner page. And basically what I did was pick a random sheet from here. One of the things that I love about designer series paper that comes in a set like this is that it makes it really easy to create. So honestly, this banner came together in under 45 minutes this morning, and that included the time to print my pictures. So, you know, grab your phone. There's search things that let you, search Christmas, and that's all I did, search Christmas, and then print, 6 or so pictures. And then because the colors are already coordinated for me, all I had to do was grab the designer series paper and then just pick sheets. They're all gonna match. The fronts and backs all go together. That's the great thing about having coordinating paper packages like this, rather than buying paper like randomly a sheet at a time. Okay, so I combined the shaded spruce and the Sahara sand here, and went ahead and clipped the bottom using my this die here. I guess I did it this way. And then you're gonna see where I use the other part of that one. So this paper here, this green star paper, I used one curved piece for the bottom of this and the other curved piece to be the base for this one. And the other thing that's kind of fun about these pages, these banner sheets that we're making, is that you could also put them into a 6x6 album later and just turn them into scrapbook pages after the holiday. Or you could put your banner in a box and add another picture next year or something like that. Okay, so curve here is cut with the new Curvy dies, and then this little sprig here is also cut with a piece from the Curvy dies. It's this little sprig here, and then I added a package of gold hoops for this project, which I thoroughly love, and they're great for this because they're dimensional and they add a little bit of extra bling and so forth. And then the little bow came from Curvy Christmas, okay? So there's our first one. Our second one, I think, is this one. And you can see it doesn't have a clip yet at the top, so I'm gonna show you that clip. The ribbon that I picked for this is the Wonder of the Season ribbon, and it comes 2 rolls together, so it's the woven ribbon and the gold cord. And I just grabbed some little clippies that I had on hand, and any clippy would do, but to tie them into our project, I'm gonna go ahead and tie a little bow on here. And honestly, I know that this little hole in the middle is part of the mechanism of the clip that's needed, but I think it's just there so that you can put a piece of cute ribbon through it and, oops, I got that on the wrong side. Put a piece of cute ribbon through it and go ahead and decorate your clip. So there we go. And then I'm just gonna tie a bow on top and clip it. Now, I don't know about you. If you watched my videos, you probably heard this before. but I always like to lessen the size of the loops. Excuse me, not enough coffee this morning apparently, so that they are just a little bit better sized there. And of course, if you don't hold your scissors the way you're supposed to, they don't cut very well. All right, so then these clips are gonna go at the top of each page. And this one I just made really simple. So just took a piece of the designer series paper. This one I didn't mount anything at the bottom. I just used the curve to go ahead and cut that. This one got a curve cut off from another piece and then a bigger piece of the Sahara sand here and a little clip. Now this one I want to talk about because there is a trick in here that you're going to want to know about using the Curvy Christmas stamp set. And that trick is that photopolymer is super bendy. So let me pull this here. Grab another block. The stamp here is curved, okay? But photopolymer doesn't have to hold its shape. So I'm going to show you how I did this. So to get the straight line of stars here, all I did was set my black right on the end, so it's kind of trapped right at this point. And then I'm just gonna pull this straight and go ahead and rock my black down on it. Ta-da! And now we have a straight line of stars that I can stamp at the bottom of this. Now the other border here is really pretty. It is this more decorative border. I think you can see it best on white. It's this more decorative border here from the same Curvy dies. And so it makes a really nice decoration down there at the bottom. All right, and let's talk about these hoop embellishments. So what I did was grab a, well, first of all, I grabbed a little sprig and die cut myself a piece of shaded spruce cardstock to match. And then I took a piece of Sahara sand cardstock. And if you are never sure, if you're not sure what colors are included in a package of Stampin' Up! Paper, you can always look on the back and see right there they're listed. So I love that feature. And I just went with Sahara Sand. I didn't put any Whisper White in this project. So for this extra piece here, I decided I'm gonna make one for the next page while we're at it. But what I did was basically take the Sahara Sand, I inked up my stamp, I stamped it, I grabbed my 2 1/4 inch circle punch. Circle punches are excellent. If you're looking for something fun to ask for Christmas, know that I give gift certificates. So have your people contact me about that. But know that circle punches, you can never have too many, literally. Okay, and then I'm going to attach these. And I had some tutorials last month, 2 months ago actually, with the Plaid Tidings designer series paper where I talked about hoops and how to attach them. So if you're looking for more tips about gold hoops, make sure you go back and check that Plaid Tidings projects from that I did in, let's see, that would have been August actually. All right, so I just folded some mini glue dots and put them under the edge and they are stuck down just like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. We're gonna save this for the next one, and our little sprig is gonna go across here, however I'm gonna do it, okay, on top. I guess I'll put it on now. So I'm gonna just grab another mini glue dot and fold it under one of these leaves, and go ahead and stick that down. So what that's gonna do also is it's gonna cover up one of my glue dots, so no one's gonna notice that. All right. So here we had the way I used that with a little Merry Christmas. This one is gonna go here, and I'll show you why, okay? So I cut this first with my die. So it went like, I gotta find it, match it up. It went like this, okay? Now, if you look at the tree stamp doesn't line up with that curve. Can you see how that's not in the right place? But the nice thing about this curve is that it's a double curve, which is like, has the same radius on the left and the right side. So what I did to stamp my trees was I stamped one tree here, okay? See how that lines up? And then I picked up my stamp and stamped it again over here. So, okay, ignore this part for a second. But do you see how the trees still line up that way? This is a really well engineered stamp. It's not just a random curve. It's nicely positioned so that you can do a double curve to match whatever you have on your die, okay? Now, that brings us to the bottom here. So what I wanted to do then was go back and add a piece that would match up here underneath my tree curve, which it did. But because I moved the stamp over, then the tree curve ends right here. Okay, so then same thing, you can take this curve, you can move it over, and you can complete the curve here. Now, I didn't do such a hot job of lining it up. Ta-da, there's my little error. So that is not a mistake, it's just a chance for embellishment. So what I'm gonna do is take my little trees here and go ahead and pop them on. And I'm gonna stick them down here so they don't look like I'm trying to line them up. Kind of like matching plaids when you're sewing. If you totally don't match them at all, then you don't have to worry about the fact that you were close, but not quite. So I'm gonna put my trees in a different spot. And that is going to give us our finished banner. Okay, all right, okay. So then when I put this all together, let's get some extra stuff out of the way here. I'm gonna pull in my woven ribbon and put my star stamp out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and line up all of these pieces. So we have our banner, which is going to come together like this. Let's see, how much of it can we get in here? There, and our last one. Okay, I know you can barely see that. So they're spaced out a little bit here so that you can kind of see. Maybe anyway, okay, you'll get the idea. And then I'm gonna take my ribbon, and it's hard to guess how much ribbon you want. Oh, look, this is how much ribbon I want, exactly what's on the roll. But I would recommend putting your banner pieces together and then going and figuring out where to cut the ribbon. So I'm gonna go ahead and center my ribbon here and center my two first projects. And then I'm going to clip these here. And there we have our fun banner. So you can hang this on the wall. You can put this by your front door. You can put this on the back of your front door. Our front door is metal, so sometimes I get, it's painted metal, but sometimes I get hooks that are magnet, and then you can magnet the things like this to the back of your door, although this is a little bit wide. Anyway, lots of fun possibilities for places you could hang this banner, but then we have it. So all of our fun Christmas memories, all kinds of things that you are happy to recall as you're getting started with decorating for the holidays. Your family grows or changes, or you have special fun places that you've been, all kinds of good ideas. So Carol, I'm glad you voted, and I'm glad that you got to tune in this morning too. Okay, so I promised you guys some cards, right? So here is one Christmas card that I put together with this stamp set. This one, I went ahead and used the stars and so forth, and then these are the stitched star dies, and I just used a little bit of paper there on the inside, okay? And then some little gems. And I have some other Christmas cards with the same stamp set to show you. And these are done by different demonstrator friends of mine. This one is by Sherry Lackey. There we go. And this one is by Amy Story. And I love the way she used the fancy die up at the top and the dotted one at the bottom. This one is by Leanne Greff. And Leanne actually didn't use the curvy dies. She used a stitched circle die, and she cut these stitched circles in half. This is a really popular design if you haven't seen it yet. Basically, you have a circle at the top and a circle at the bottom, and you seam them so that you end up with this curve in the middle, and then you put a strip across the center. So kind of a fun idea. This one is by Natalie Travis, and she did the little snowflakes in the sky too. But again, you can see how the curves of the dies and the curves of the stamps match so nicely. This one is by Don Olszewski. And actually, when I looked at this at first, I thought that she had stitched the bottom, like just a blanket stitch on the edge, but it's a piece of the Designer Series paper that's a really fun match. This card is by Joyce Farraco. And I love the way the gold peeks through in the center. And then it mimics this gold ribbon here with the white and the gold on the edges. So super fun idea and a great match for the ribbon. She used the same woven ribbon that we used for our banner this morning. And Susan Elise Mortensen, and she used the little bird here. And yeah, with the little red jewels and the pieces. So this whole other stamp set that we didn't talk about really this morning, Quite Curvy, also came out, and it's bundled with the dies. So this would be a great one to think about. There are all of these little pieces, and I have some projects for this to share with you too, and a couple more Christmas projects, and I'll share those with you probably tomorrow. Let's see, there was something else. I have an idea. Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow's project for our holiday helper will also be a Christmas related. So tomorrow we're going to talk about a little treat holder that's really simple, easy to put together, uses the same, we're going to use the Curvy Christmas Designer Series paper again because it's so quick. And yeah, I am super excited to be sharing these holiday helper projects with you guys. I hope that you are thinking about your Christmas and holiday decor already. We have a joke with the neighbors that we're going to start caroling any day now. So if you have something that you'd like to see for holiday helper, or you have like a holiday sticking point that you're always stuck on, you don't know how to make sure you do X, Y, or Z, maybe we can come up with an idea. So leave a comment and we'll see what we can do for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, the Curvy products are brand new today in my online store, and the link is in the video tutorial. So happy stamping, have a great day.